Welcome to the Sitco Bros Podcast.
Welcome to episode 19 of the Zip Code Bros. Fellas, we made 19. I love it. I am your host, Michael Gallagher II. We will have a guest star, Michael Gallagher III, a little later. And in a couple of weeks, maybe even Michael Gallagher I. Oh, he will be out here. But fellas, it's great to have you back. With us, as always, is Mr. Ben Jones, Mr. Adam Jefferson, and Mr. James Sorensen. Fellas. Mr. James, I know you have to go off camera for a few minutes, so we'll see when you get back. All right. Hey, Jay, it's good to see you.
Good to see y'all. Glad to be back. Glad to be back, man.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. All right. Well, we have a very special. We're recording on a very special day today. Mr. Ben Jones's birthday, his second 25th birthday.
That's not correct. I prefer to say it's the 40th anniversary of my 6th birthday.
There you go. I like it. A happy birthday, my friend.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I'm honored that we get to spend it with you.
It's always a good thing to hang out with you guys, and yeah, the fact that it's my birthday to share it with you, it's even better. So
yeah, good
place to be.
Yeah, it's cool because we've kind of been together through everybody's birthday so far.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, exactly.
So we got Jamie's coming up in a couple of weeks, so it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, today we're talking about Dusty Rhodes, baby. And I promise I won't do any bad impressions. Oh, look at the polka dots. I had to watch a little bit of his documentary to really kind of refresh my memory because while I never disliked Dusty. I was never a big Dusty fan. So I never really went back and watched a lot of his older stuff. So today I was watching this documentary and I had no idea he was wrestling guys like Superstar Billy Graham, like Dory Funk, like Mike Grant. I had no idea he was wrestling those guys. It's fascinating when I found that out.
It's really incredible when you think how long his in-ring career spans and how long his creative career spans as well.
Right. And how much of an impact he really had on the business.
Yeah.
On the business, baby. But before we dive in, Ben, how you doing, birthday boy?
Yeah, doing really good, actually. Yesterday my time was my birthday. Obviously, today we're recording. It's my birthday in the US. But yeah, I had a pretty chilled out day. I finished it off last night by ordering a pepperoni pizza, sitting down and watching Mike Boba on the Kickout Crew. So
that's awesome.
It was just really nice and relaxing. So
that's awesome. Yeah. Shout out to the Kickout Crew, of course.
Exactly.
And Mike Boba.
And shout out to Bama, who's back in the ring refereeing now.
Yeah, man. That was exciting to see. That was exciting to talk about last week. Any feedback from last week? Like the 3 people who were listening?
No.
No.
I still don't know what works and what doesn't work. So,
all right, guys, come on, hit subscribe, like us. Come on, tell your friends. Let's get an audience. Let's do it, guys. Come on. We're gonna have
as long as we're having fun, that's the main thing.
Absolutely, we're gonna have to have some TNA on here in a little while. Track some male viewers. But hey, I'm sorry. Anyway, Ben, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, no, good. Yeah, like I said, just an easy birthday. I spoke to the boys briefly on the phone last night, which was always good. And yeah, that's about it, really. It's like I was saying to AJ before we started recording that, as you get older, the birthdays kind of start to mean less. It's just another day. But we had a family lunch last weekend when I had the boys to include them. So that was kind of more of a birthday celebration. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's cool, man. That's really awesome. Yeah, I understand what you're saying about the birthday. As we get older, I mean, I'll always feel a little different on my birthday, but it's like, it's my birthday. All right, that's cool. You get to talk to people you don't usually talk to for a couple minutes. To hear, exchange a couple of messages here and there for a couple minutes. I have one friend, my friend Alicia, who she's always the first person to text me on my birthday, like 12:01. She is ready every single year, so it's pretty cool. But Mr. Jefferson, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you back.
Good to be back. I'm doing okay. We're starting to get back into the swing of things. School year's coming up. All teachers in my district reported back for teacher work days today. Official practice for the football team starts tomorrow. So that transition has always been kind of rough on me because you get so used to, for 3 months, all I have is summer workouts, so I'm home by 11 or noon. Thankfully with teacher work days, they do let us go home for lunch. So, and I live close to most of the schools in the district. So I get to come home for an hour and a half during these teacher work days. But to go from jumping in the pool and taking my son to movies and spend time with my wife and daughter to not really getting to do that except for maybe 90 minutes and whatever time there is after practice. It's a bit rough on me mentally until I kind of get just back used to it.
Okay.
But other than that, man, doing great. My wife went shopping out in Myrtle Beach and she found this amazing.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
For the man. Come here. Nice WWE logo with the slogan and everything.
That's a nice rug you can put down.
Oh yeah. Gonna put it back on the floor here when we're done. And the store she found it at had like a Triple H rug and a Randy Orton rug.
Oh, no kidding.
NWO rug. So I'm hoping to get back. I'm hoping to get up to that store myself and have a look around.
How far?
It wasn't called Rugs Are Us, is it?
No, no. I can't remember what it's called, but it's in Myrtle Beach, which is about 2 hours from us.
Okay, that's cool. All right, I am doing well. I've had a good week. Work's been a little rough. It's been busy, but it's been good. I'm kind of settling in. I think I was talking about that last week, that I'm just finally settling into my job, starting to learn it, and I don't feel as overwhelmed as I did a month ago. So that's going well. I was able to work out today for the first time this week, so that's always good. And I found my Summer No Worries t-shirt. I was thinking of you today, Adam, when I picked this out. I'm like, I gotta wear it for Adam because he's in he's in the middle of his Summer No Worries.
Yeah, it's all coming down to an end. I tried to find that shirt on boxgimmicks.com, but all they have is in a tank top and a koozie now.
Oh, no kidding. That stinks.
I'm jealous that you got that shirt.
Yeah, I bought it last year. I bought it last year just to wear it the Top Guy weekend with Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm a dork like that. Dork or wrestling fan, one or the other, right?
So, Mike, when you say you worked out, what's your normal go-to workout routine?
Well, today I did chest and I did upper body today. So I did incline flies, I did chest press, I did dumbbell curls, I did the lat pull down and the tricep extensions. So I do some of that, and then a little cool down. One thing that I really found out was if you stretch really, really well after a workout, you're not very sore the next day. Like, you're going to feel like you worked out, but it's amazing how much stretching after it and hydrating your muscles are really, really important. I'm sure you guys do that during your practices, right? You guys make sure that you guys are all conditioned.
Yeah, we do. In fact, the first 6 minutes of practice, we devote purely to what we call stretch and flex. So it's all, stretching, static stretching, dynamic stretching, which is, stretching while doing some kind of running, your butt kicks, your cariokas, things like that. But yeah, it's definitely important to do before and after. You want to do it before so that you don't pull or tear anything, and you want to do it after so that lactic acid doesn't set too far in.
Yeah.
and cause issues.
Can we get a Zip Code Bros exclusive? Adam doing his butt kicks.
I don't do them. You tell the players to do 'em. I don't have to do them anymore, man. My day's done. My butt kick days are over.
Oh man, how well do you eat when you're coaching, man? I feel like you guys just order in and just eating crap all the time.
That is definitely the hardest part, because I mean, you know, you're really working 2 full-time jobs when you really think about it. If you're teaching and coaching, honestly, if you're coaching high school football, you're working 2 full-time jobs, because you got those coaching stipends, you're not going to be able to live on them. I don't care where you are. And so yeah, definitely try to watch what you eat. Like I've found this protein shake that acts as like a pre-workout, you know, so it kind of gives me a little bit of energy in the morning and things like that.
Great.
I try to stick to water and electrolytes during the season. And I do my best, but you know, you're going. So sometimes you do swing through a drive-through here or there. But I'm trying to lose some weight myself, and the season always gets in the way of that. And I'm trying to let it not get in the way this year.
That's great, man. Yeah, you develop good habits. 21 days it takes to develop a good habit.
Exactly.
21 days it takes. And it's funny how easily your body can do something, or you can do something for like a week and be like, meh, I'm done.
Yeah. No, it takes a lot of willpower sometimes. And where I live, my house, you turn right onto the main street, because we're on a corner lot. By the time you get to one of the schools I teach at and the high school I coach at, I've passed a Taco Bell, a Zaxby's, a Sonic, a Chick-fil-A, an Arby's, and a McDonald's.
Wow.
And those are all at least, or at most, 2 minutes from my house.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing how easy it is to get fast food in this world.
No, yeah. It is, man.
Are they all open 24 hours?
The McDonald's is. I don't know if the Taco Bell is, but everything else closes at about 10 o'clock.
Right.
Do you have Chick-fil-A down in Australia, Ben? Does that sound familiar?
No.
Man.
We've only just got Taco Bell in the last 2 years.
Oh wow. Was it crazy long when they first came?
Yeah. McDonald's we've had here, I don't know, 40 something years. I think might be longer.
That's Chick-fil-A is this chicken place, and it's to me it's unreal.
Oh yeah.
It's the best fast food out there, Chick-fil-A. It's amazing.
Great customer service.
Yeah, and
is it kind of on the healthy side or not really?
Not really.
And they've got they've got grilled chicken options, but it's mostly fried.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they got waffle fries that are fantastic. They had this frozen lemonade where it's ice cream and lemonade. It's amazing. The closest one to me is like an hour away, so I've only been there once.
Oh.
But when I go to a place that has it like around the corner, like Top Guy Weekend last year, I had Chick-fil-A maybe 4 times in 4 days because it was so close, and it's fucking Chick-fil-A.
This is actually the second Chick-fil-A to open up here in Sumter, and that one's now 2 minutes from our house. The other one was 10. But you know, when we were up in the hospital having Wyatt and Natalie, Chick-fil-A was like the closest to the hospital. It was 5-10 minutes. So I had Chick-fil-A for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh man, it's so good.
Yeah, I mean it was good, but man, I am fat, but I felt fatter.
Yeah, you were having you new dad.
Yeah.
You were dad for the first time or second time. It's you do what you got to do, man.
Exactly.
And it's so, Ben, they have this egg and chicken biscuit that is on fish. I'm telling you, man. Next time, next time you come to the States, you got to make sure you come to a place that has a Chick-fil-A. It's fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm up for it.
Really is. I'm like, what time is it? I'll pack the kids in the car, drive 45 minutes up north.
There's so many fast food chains over there.
Oh,
So many.
it's insane. It's insane, and it's so hard not to get sucked into the. I'll just like tonight. I almost got McDonald's for the boys and myself, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's getting to a point now where it's not like it used to be convenient because it was so cheap and quick, but it's not so cheap anymore.
No,
quick.
it's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cheap. It's not quick anymore.
No, you go family of 4 or family of 3, you spend like $25-$30 at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Which is, like you said, which is insane. It's crazy how much.
I think that's part of. I think that's part of getting older as well, because you think, oh, hang on, I've got food at home. Like, I'll just do that instead.
Yeah. Plus, it's unhealthy, and why waste the money if you don't have to?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the old person in me. Why waste the money if you don't have to?
The only time I go to McDonald's now is for their coffee.
They do have really good coffee.
Yeah. But I'm on the road quite a bit with my work, so I'm always swinging by the drive-through and getting a coffee. And but I haven't eaten McDonald's probably in about 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also have good breakfast too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a good egg. I like a Big Mac, and I like an egg McMuffin at least once a year.
There you go.
And then I'll steal a chicken nugget when my kids have it. That's kind of how I get my McDonald's fix. And then I'll eat a bunch of fries, and then I'll feel like I want to like crawl into my bathroom and just poop it all out.
Yeah.
That's
That's the fear. That's the bad part about eating that sort of food is afterwards. That whole like your stomach is full, but you just feel like crap.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it's like it's always like that was a good idea at the time. Like you never feel good after it, but you still do it.
Yeah. It's like, well, at least I'm not hungry now.
Yeah, right. Adam, you got some birthdays and some cool stuff for us?
Yes, I do.
Let me guess. One of the birthdays is Triple H.
It is, and you actually share a birthday with more than just Triple H, and we'll get to that. You share, holy crap, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Share a birthday with 7 different wrestlers.
Just give us 3.
All right.
Now I want to hear all of them.
Well, he is the birthday boy. No,
It's my birthday wish, Gallagher.
I got you with that one. All right, here we go. July 23rd, 1989, the very first WCW Great American Bash is held. Ric Flair successfully defended the championship against Terry Funk. Also on July 23rd, 2012, the 1000th episode of Raw aired with the infamous CM Punk pipe bomb promo. July 26, 1986, Dusty Rhodes wins his 3rd and final NWA World Championship by beating Ric Flair in a steel cage match in Greensboro, North Carolina. Flair would go on to win the title back just 2 weeks later. July 26, 2012, Seth Rollins beats Jinder Mahal to become the first ever NXT champion. And July 29th, 2002, The Rock faces Ric Flair in their first and only ever singles match on Monday Night Raw. As far as birthdays go, Zack Sabre Jr., July 23rd, 1987. Angelo Dawkins, July 24th, 1990. Finn Balor, July 25th, 1981. Tessa Blanchard, July 26th, 1995. Roderick Strong, July 26th, 1983. Nick Jackson of the Young Bucks, July 27th, 1989. Dolph Ziggler, July 27th, 1980. Shannon Moore, July 27th, 1979. Triple H, July 27th, 1969. Matt Bourne, July 27th, 1957. Greg Gagne, July 27th, 1948. And Scott Steiner, July 29th, 1962. So that is our history and birthdays.
Thank you. And a shout out to
Wow.
my cousin whose birthday was July 24th, Jonathan, and my uncle Darren, whose birthday was July 23rd.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we got a lot of our birthdays are stacked together in our family. I think we talked about that on a prior episode. So I think you guys had the same thing. But who wants to talk some wrestling?
Let's do it.
Oh yeah.
Who wants to talk some wrestling? What are we talking about today, Ben?
Like when you started the episode to say that we're covering Dusty Rhodes. Remember that part?
I do. Thanks for reminding me.
The American Dream, baby.
The American Dream, baby. So I gotta ask Adam, you're a big fan. What was your first introduction to Dusty Rhodes?
Yeah, I was trying to remember. I think it was maybe a backstage segment, or they flashed part of the Hard Times promo, and just this bigger guy, kind of a let's be honest, bit of a goofy voice. And it just, I don't know, it just really jumped out and appealed to me. And really kind of dove into the Rhodes family and Dustin Rhodes and his run as Gold Dust, and the Rhodes family can do no wrong in my eyes, basically. So I've been a huge Dusty fan, really ever since whenever that happened. And knowing how close Cody was with him and how close I am with my dad, I think that's also something that appealed to me.
I like it.
Not really a specific memory, kind of a vague one, but it's something that
Sure.
stuck with me, and have just ate up anything Rhodes related ever since.
That's cool. So you kind of just gradually got into them, and at one point you just kind of sucked it all in and then just took it all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. What about you, Ben? What was your first introduction to Dusty Rhodes, baby?
It would have been in the Apter magazines that I saw his name and his photos and all that sort of thing, and remember him being ranked quite high in the top 10s and all that sort of thing. But like you probably, Gallagher, it wasn't until he came to New York, and his charisma just jumped out of the screen. I think if you summed him up in one word, it's charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah.
Yeah.
And at the time, I liked him, but he wasn't one of my favorites. It wasn't until sort of as I got older that I started to appreciate what he did more. The more you learn about the business and all the behind the scenes stuff, and exactly like with the creative mind that he's got. So yeah, but in terms of him in the WWF in '89, that's my first exposure to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that. My first exposure to him was when he fought Dustin Rhodes, when he fought DiBiase and Virgil.
Was that the Royal Rumble?
That was the Royal Rumble 1990, I believe. 91?
Yeah,
91. Rumble 91.
91. Okay.
Yeah, because Virgil turned on DiBiase that same match. So that was a good match.
That was the tail end of his run up there.
It was. So that's when I first started watching wrestling, was that 91 right there. So that's Royal Rumble 91. SummerSlam 1990 was the first wrestling event I watched as a WWE fan. And then I would watch Survivor Series of the Royal Rumble. But yeah, the Rumble was the first. I'm like, oh, that's Dusty Rhodes. Same thing. I would read him in the Apter mags. And you knew.
But do you remember? Do you remember him from Survivor Series though? Because he was in the same match as the Undertaker's debut.
That's a good point. I do. But I guess my first real introduction to him, like when I got into him, because I think it was something like, oh yeah, okay, that's Dusty Rhodes. That's some dude in polka dots. But when I really got into him was that match. That's when I really kind of saw his personality, and that's when I started loving Dustin Rhodes too. So I'm a big, back to you, Adam. I'm a big Rhodes family fan, all of them.
Yeah,
and it's great because we could even dedicate 3 different shows to all 3 of them.
Oh, for sure.
just because of how me and my son were talking about that before, just how successful all three of them have been.
Yeah, and
Oh,
they-
yeah.
they've all been incredibly successful. I would say Dustin probably gets overlooked the most because of Goldust and how kind of polarizing of a character Goldust was, especially at the start. But yeah, we really could kind of do a Rhodes family, trilogy, kind of spread it out. But either way, they have all been incredibly successful, and that's why I think part of Cody's entrance in both AEW and now WWE rings so true of the whole wrestling as more than one royal family. Everyone thinks it's the McMahon or the Flair family, but I mean, it's the Rhodes are up there too.
They are. And his entrance is great. It's it's definitely on my 350 song playlist. I mean, favorite promo? Hard Times.
Oh, hard
yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
what? I watched that this morning, and there's a line in there where he talks about how, you work for 30 years, you get a gold watch and a kick in the butt, and that you've been replaced by a computer. Now, he said that in 1985.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to think where we are now in this day and age, and computers replacing jobs all the time.
Yep.
It's
Yeah, but it was such a timely promo because that was obviously exactly what was going on in 85. All these textile jobs and all that were being taken over by cheaper, supposedly more efficient robots, and it's continued to this day with self-checkout at grocery stores. And I saw TikTok where it's like, oh my gosh, look, I've got AI to edit my video for me.
There he is.
Okay, I mean, you celebrate that you can take the easy way out and let AI edit your video, but when those video editors aren't on the job anymore because AI is doing it now,
Yep.
I don't think you're going to be too happy about it anymore.
I think that
Yeah.
promo is timeless because I think that promo applies to anybody, anytime, and anytime, anywhere.
It also put him in, like, he was the original People's Champion because he didn't look like a wrestler. He looked like an everyday guy. And, the audience knew that he was relatable. He was one of them, and he just happened to make it big time in the wrestling, but understood his humble beginnings.
I'll always associate him with polka dots because that's what I first saw him in.
Yeah. The polka dots were the first. Yeah. Maybe not the first, but I definitely saw them more because by the time I started watching wrestling, WCW, ECW, none of that stuff existed.
Yeah.
So anytime they brought up Dusty in any archival footage, it was polka dots.
And Sapphire.
Yeah.
Only in the 80s could you get away with Sapphire and Dusty Rhodes.
So
Yeah.
do we want to settle this part now? If it's a fan question, we'll get to it when it's a fan question. Were the polka dots a rip?
That is one of the questions.
Okay, we'll wait then.
No,
Okay.
we'll answer it now. We can answer
Okay.
it.
All right, hang on. All right, let me find it's from Brad Stanton from the Kick Out Crew.
Okay.
All right.
So there's a lot of debate on whether the polka dots were a joke or not. Do the gimmicks of Dustin and Cody reinforce that, or are we just all delusional?
I don't think we're delusional. I just don't think. I don't know. I don't know if it was a rib or not.
See,
Go ahead, Ben.
No, I was just going to say, I don't think it was a rib. I just think it was more Vince kind of sprinkling that cartoon dust onto Dusty Rhodes when he came into WWF, because at that time, everything was all about color and over the top stuff. And really, at the end of the day, it's just some dots on his tights.
Exactly.
It wasn't like he was given it's not like he was given the Red Rooster gimmick.
Yeah. But that's what I was going to say. I don't think they were a rib. It was, what are we going to put on you to make you unique? To make, you had the long tights with the snakeskin boots and the snake up the side of the tights for Jake the Snake Roberts. Everyone had their own,
Kind of thing.
not just their own gimmick, but their own, attire, outfit to help them be more memorable to the audience.
I don't even think polka dots is a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't like everybody's talking about the rib disc for that. Like I think most people don't care enough about polka dots to be like, why is that even like, why would anybody even think that's a joke? It's polka dots. Who cares?
Fucking gives a
Yeah,
shit.
like that.
Right,
Yeah, there's no one
exactly.
saying, "Oh, I can't watch that guy. He's wearing polka dots."
I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
people watch
It's
Ultimate
Dusty
Warrior,
freaking Rhodes.
Yeah.
people watch Ultimate Warrior, and he freaking was like a kaleidoscope of colors.
Yeah, exactly. So Jimmy, what was your introduction to Dusty Rhodes?
When they brought Cody in.
Oh, okay. Did you go back and start watching his old matches?
I had a stepbrother who told me about him watching Dusty Rhodes as a kid. Because he'd be about your age, Gallagher.
Okay.
He just told me about, and I'd play the old Sega games. A few of them, and just then I watched the Hard Times promo that is so infamous now with how America is kind of going a little bit, or how America was back in the 08, 09, 10 era.
It's how America's been for the last 250 years.
Yeah.
There's more hard times, but hard times.
I just meant like you could go to any time, any place, and you can find somebody in hard times.
Especially the 30s, especially almost 100 years ago in the 30s,
Absolutely.
90 at this.
Absolutely. Every generation had their thing, right? You know, whether it was war, whether it was the Depression, whether it was whatever, gas prices going up and down, and whatever the case is.
But my main thing is that you get from Dusty is get a dream, chase it, and shoot for the sky.
Yeah, and if you're not shooting for this guy, what are you doing?
Exactly.
All right, if you're not trying to be the best you, what are you doing?
Either get busy living or get busy dying.
Damn right, brother. Damn right. So, talking about, before we get into like his matches and his feuds, what about him as a booker and a creative mind? Let's kind of popcorn that for a few minutes. Like best angles, most corny angles.
Corny. Shock.
Well,
There's the dusty finish.
That's the dusty finish, which
Yeah.
ended up getting overused. But when you just talk about his creative, booker, whatever, I mean, the invention of war games.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was kind of one of the parts that probably put him on the map on the creative backstage part of the business. But then that stretches all the way till the early 2010s with the introduction of Bray Wyatt. The Bray Wyatt character is a Dusty Rhodes brainchild. Or at least the original Swamp Cult Leader version. So yeah, again, War Games was probably one of his best ideas.
War Games and Great American Bash.
Yeah,
Yes.
Great American Bash too. Yeah. Right on.
And
My next topic was war games.
it's
What were you gonna say, Jimmy?
so good that they brought it back last year at Survivor Series.
Favorite war games match?
Oh, I'm gonna have to tap out on this one.
Mine is the original. The first one is my favorite.
Yeah.
Was that 87?
87.
Yeah.
87. Yeah.
I do Lee's favorite first.
Sure.
2, when Abdullah got electrocuted.
Oh, that wasn't a war games match. That was
Was that a Halloween Havoc?
I was Halloween Havoc. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just that was just an awful match. What the hell?
I thought it was a War Games type of match.
No.
It was similar. It wasn't actually War Games. I mean, I thought you were gonna say 91 with Elegante in there.
What was the one? What year? NWO versus the Four Horsemen of Kurt Hennig.
97.
It was 97.
Is it 96 or 97? Because
Yeah.
six was when Sting. Do you believe me now?
Yes. Yeah. So it was
Yeah.
97. So 97,
Good one.
or I mean the most recent one with the Bloodline versus Kevin Owens and company.
That match I was there live and that was epic.
No, I'm jealous.
I was there with friend of the show, Anthony Pyers,
Okay.
who wasn't actually yelling "Go Pats" at that time.
Really?
Did health? Was it really cold there?
We went to Boston. It was in the Boston Garden.
No, I was joking because hell froze over because he didn't shoot it. He didn't shout it out.
Well, he was shouting it out the few days before on
Wow.
Thanksgiving, but I say he wasn't shouting it after that because they lost that game.
Yeah.
He was like
Chamber of Horrors match.
That's one.
Yeah, Chamber of Horrors match. But what was your favorite War Games, Jim?
probably the one I attended just for being there and being in awe of what was going on. Because like seeing Sammy turning on Kevin to then the FU Roman chants a few months later at
Mhm.
Rumble, just seeing how that progressed from that to that.
It's amazing what good storytelling can do, right?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Ben, are
And-
you up to date with the product at all?
What was that? Sorry.
Are you up to date with the product with wrestling?
But today, no.
No. I'm sure you know about the Bloodline storyline.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I followed videos of that because that's amazing. That's
Right?
amazing.
Yeah.
Storytelling. Yeah,
And
but that's about it.
AJ's got a We the Ones t-shirt.
Yep.
Yeah, baby. Which side are you on? Usos or the Roman and Solo?
Creatively, I'm on Jay's side.
Okay. Well, from a fan point of view, who do you like better, the Usos or Roman and Solo?
So
From a fan point of view, that's a tough one. Probably the Usos.
Yeah, likewise.
I mean,
AJ, yeah, I need to take a sidebar for you real quick.
Okay.
What do you think of the have you seen some of these unboxings of the new Undisputed Universal title?
I have. I actually just entered a contest to try and win one.
Oh, sweet.
You like it?
I do. I think it's great. I like the gold on black. I think that's a really good look.
Are you buying one, Jimmy?
Thinking about it.
How
No,
much is it? Like 1,200?
No, like 600, like 500,
Yeah, 5.
$500.
Only $500, Ben.
$500 like that.
30. I mean, he's probably Ben uses pounds.
No,
Whatever.
I don't. No, they do.
But-
They in England they do pounds. We do dollars and cents here. So there you go.
Yeah, the Australian dollar, right? Yeah. Same thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The more you know, Jimmy, the more you know.
Hey, in all fairness, I mean, Australia used to be a colony of England.
Yeah.
We got that in common, actually.
Plus, we both use dollars. So there you go.
Yes, look at that. And we never use our cents.
Hey, waka waka.
What else we got here? Some matches of Dusty. I got Luger and Dusty from Starrcade '87. You guys know how big of a Luger fan I am, so I love that match.
Yeah. Too bad you couldn't have gotten a Dusty signature on that Luger.
That would have been really cool.
especially with what the circumstances came about of that.
I was
that.
gonna say little impossible. I wish I would have gone back. So when we went to San Antonio, we went to WrestleCon, and at WrestleCon, Lex Luger was there, and he was sitting next to Ron Simmons. So I got so Jimmy got me a really cool 8x10 of Ron Simmons and Lex Luger, both signed it. But in like retrospect, I wish I would have went to Dallas Page and got it signed. I wish I would have went to X-Pac and got it signed. Just old WCW guys. That would have been pretty cool. But I didn't want to wait on DDP's line.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. I bought his book thinking I would go stand online, but I'm like, nah, I just bought his book just to read it now.
Well, we did get Ron Simmons to say, "Damn."
Damn.
Got the entire WrestleCon to say, "Ho!"
Yes, we did. Oh man, Ron Simmons was a dude, man. Oh, Ron Simmons is awesome to meet. He was cool as shit. He had his Hall of Fame ring on. So I had literally just watched his Legends episode with JBL like a week before at. And when I saw him, I'm like, what I actually said to him was, I'm like, you know what? I really appreciate what you said about your grandmother. I said, I'm really close to my grandmother too. And it was really cool that what she did and how you kept her in your heart and stuff like that. So, and I think that's why he did the damn for us. Cause I was really, I was really really nice to him and really respectful to him. Cause he's freaking Ron Simmons, man.
Well, the year before in Dallas, so last year I went to Mania in Dallas. he tried to give me a bargain deal on some autographs with him, Teddy Long, and I think Godfather. It was I was like, I really, really want to, but I'm like, but he did. I'm like, I can't afford it, but can I get a damn? He's like, yeah.
It's like, damn, I can't afford it.
Damn. That's cool. What about you guys? Some matches at Dusty.
Him versus Flair in '85. The match that the Hard Times promo is leading up to, basically, just the story going into that match.
I thought that was '86.
No, Hard Times was '85. Then they fought at Starrcade.
Well, they fought at '85, and they fought at Starrcade.
American Bash '86.
No, I thought it was American Bash, not '87.
That was War Games.
Yeah.
Because they fought a back-to-back Starrcades.
You always just gotta be right, don't you, Jimmy?
Yes.
I mean, every single time we're talking about years, you just like, no, that was 95. No, that was 05. No, that was 07. It's like, all right, let me finish or let Adam finish, and then you can correct him. Because we always get the sidebars about when that actually happened. Jimmy's always got to be right.
Yeah.
So yeah, him and Flair in '85 at Starrcade.
85.
Because of the story and all that. The original War Game. Good Lord, shit is that? Fucking bug. The original War Games in '87. Him and Flair at Great American Bash '86. Just kind of the classics, if you will.
Staples, right?
Yeah.
How about you, Ben?
Yeah, I was going to say Flair '86, but also the Texas Death Match with Superstar Billy Graham at Madison Square Garden. That was pretty brutal.
Thanks for bringing that up.
I like the feud that he had with Macho Man in WWE, but I wish it was more. I wish they had more one-on-one matches, because the one that they had at WrestleMania 6 was a mixed tag, and I thought that might have been better as a one-on-one.
Yeah, I agree with you. But it was also cool when we got to see Miss Elizabeth too.
Yeah, that's true.
That was nice. I had Dusty versus Harley Race, Dusty versus Dory Funk Jr.
Harley Race is another one.
Dusty versus Tully Blanchard in the cage.
Dusty faced Terry ever?
Terry Funk? I don't know.
Yes, I actually saw a picture on Twitter. They were going at it, and Terry was wearing a shirt that says "Dusty sucks eggs."
Right on. That's awesome.
Oh, my fucking Terry.
What about some fantasy booking? Who would have you guys like to see Dusty fight?
You can't go wrong with father son. You know,
No.
him and
Which
Cody.
one? Oh.
Well, him and Dustin, or him and Cody, or you just do all three. Do get a
Right.
threat going.
Well, I enjoyed well, you skipped me. I did enjoy Dusty. It was a tag match, but Dusty and Dustin versus Jeff and Rick, I think it was.
Well, I know you would tag yourself back in, so that's why I skipped over you. Jeff Jarrett
Mhm.
Yep.
and Ric Flair versus who? Dusty and who?
Dusty and Dustin.
When was that?
90, no, 2000. 01?
It was a one.
Okay.
It wasn't the greatest, but for what it was,
Man, Jeff Jarrett is the man, isn't he?
The Forrest Gump of pro wrestling when you really think about it.
Yeah, I like that. We got to do an episode on Jeff Jarrett soon. I fucking love Jeff Jarrett. I think I was the only kid who actually liked Jeff Jarrett while Jeff Jarrett was an active wrestler in like the mid-90s.
so yeah, ain't he great, Jeffrey?
He is great. You guys want to talk about Dusty and Cody for a few minutes?
Let's do it.
I've just got a couple of fantasy bookings here.
Yeah.
So I was wondering what it would be like if Dusty stuck around in WWE for when Flair came in, and whether how Vince would have booked that in New York, and how that would look like.
That would be interesting.
You
think Dusty would have ever turned heel? Like, I know he did it with the NWO and stuff like that, but like, what about Dusty as an active wrestler? What about a heel Dusty Rhodes versus Hulk Hogan?
What promotion? WWF?
WWF.
Oh,
I mean, Hogan would go over. Hogan would definitely go over, but Dusty Rhodes, I don't know how you would make him a heel, but I had this thought of a heel Dusty Rhodes versus Hulk Hogan.
You know what? I could see Dusty turning heel with the help of Ted DiBiase.
Okay.
Yeah,
doing that whole money thing.
Yeah. I mean, Dusty did start off as a heel. Like that's how
did he?
Yeah.
And like 73.
Yeah, with was it Dick Murdoch?
Dick Murdoch, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the other one is a dream match would be Dusty and Hogan as a tag versus DiBiase and Andre.
Oh, the Mega Bucks versus what would you call Dusty and Hogan? The Hulk of Dreams?
I think
the Dreamer Maniacs.
The Dreamer Maniacs, the Mega Dreamers.
Something like that.
Let's put up a poll. Let's see what
think of the charisma with that as a tag team.
Oh gosh, that's what I'm saying. Imagine Hogan and Dusty in the ring together, 1-on-1.
But so I don't know if you two, Ben and Gallagher, remember this in 2007 when Dusty had the bull rope match with Orton. They had a Texas bull rope match at Great American Bash 2007.
I remember that.
Okay.
That's a hidden gem, I think.
It was a good match.
One more fantasy booking. Dusty versus Bray. I'm not sure. Either I'm gonna go with the Fiend because I think just the whole creator versus the monster he created story would be good.
What about a Dusty Rhodes versus Nick Aldis match?
Oh,
NWA title.
yeah.
I'd say Dusty versus Edge. Would be good.
Yeah, that could be a good one.
I got a whole new respect for Edge, man. Like ever since he came back, I got a whole new. I never disliked Edge, but he was never my favorite growing up. But when he came back a couple of years ago and his run now, I really made me appreciate him.
I think he became a big time babyface in like late 2010.
Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right before he retired.
Oh, Gallagher, I just thought of something. Hogan and Dusty had a match 1-on-1 in Japan in '81.
Oh, no kidding. Is that on YouTube?
Yeah, I don't know. I remember reading about it. I haven't seen any footage of it, so I don't know if it exists or not. But I know that they actually squared off.
Hulk Hogan versus Dusty Rhodes, baby.
Speaking of Japan,
No, Jimmy, no, we're not ready for it.
no, Ono's birthday is also this week too.
Who's this?
Sonny Ono.
Oh, okay.
Oh, happy
Oh,
birthday,
to
Sonny.
Yeah.
The
Pass
only
on
thing
our
it's got
best
here,
to him.
Huh?
the only thing it's got here is it says Hulk Hogan AWA promo about Dusty Rhodes. That's the only thing it has about it. So I'm curious what that
Did
later.
Dusty ever
Yeah.
face Andre?
Hmm?
Did Dusty ever face Andre?
I think they teamed up at one point.
I think you're right. I think they did team up a couple times.
Well, I mean, as against each other, that'd be kind of cool.
It would be. I could see Dusty and Andre versus like the Assassins
Or Flair and Brody.
or Flair and Brody.
Oh, here we go. If you do a Google search for Dusty versus Andre, it comes up on YouTube.
Oh, sweet.
What year?
Yeah. It doesn't say. It looks like early 80s, probably late 70s, maybe.
Okay.
So this guy is my new favorite. He just learned how to be a pro wrestler. And I think his time away from the business, I mean, it was away from the WWE was just phenomenal what he did and how he came back. And for those of you not watching, I held up Cody Rhodes' weight belt. So talking about Mr. Cody Rhodes. I know we got a bunch of fans of Cody here. Jimmy, we overdid Cody Rhodes a little bit when we were at the Rumble, huh?
Big time.
So we all four of us wore Cody Rhodes shirts, walked around with I got a Cody Rhodes hat somewhere around here. But we were screaming our heads off for Cody the whole entire weekend.
You're welcome on the hat, by the way.
I love that hat. Jimmy bought me the hat. I love it.
His favorite hat.
It is my favorite hat. Jimmy, do you have a garbage pail?
Yes.
Is it full?
I'm working on stuff, okay?
What about you guys? Cody Rhodes.
Man, yeah, I can't say enough nice things about Cody. I would drag it out, but it's under a bunch of stuff right now, and I don't want to waste time. But he came to an indie promotion in Austin, Texas, when I was living in Texas, and if you paid for a certain ticket, you got to do a photo op with him, kind of a meet and greet. Brandy was there. They autographed the poster that everyone got, and you got to hold the Ring of Honor championship belt.
That's
AJ, I waste time plenty on this. Go get it.
It's right here. It's not here.
Everybody shits on me anyway, so who cares?
All right.
Out of love, Jimmy. Out of love.
This is from the now defunct Wrestle Circus promotion in Austin, Texas.
Oh, that's awesome.
Signed by Brandy and Cody.
Is that not in like a frame on your wall?
Oh, I've got the frame. Gonna be hanging up stuff here pretty soon.
Oh, there you go. Jimmy wearing the TNT championship belt.
Red strap.
The red strap. I've been dying to get the ringside collectible exclusive one of him in the TNT championship. I can't spend $60 on a wrestling figure.
That's a big ask.
I just can't. Oh, Adam, if you go on eBay, you'll find some some Mankind Funko Pops for like $20.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I forgot to tell you the other day.
Yeah, Cody and I got to have a great, probably 5-10 minute chat. Told him how much I looked up to him because of his relationship with his dad and how I'm trying to, we're not in the same industry or anything like that, but I get told how much I look and sound and have mannerisms like my dad. And I always feel like I'm just trying to escape his shadow at times, kind of just like he was at a certain point in his career. And, Cody just looked at me and goes, well, are your parents happy? Are your parents happy that you're happy? And I said, yeah. He said, then that's all that matters. And then we were about to take the picture with the belt and he kind of pulls the belt from me. He goes, hold on. He kind of leans in and whispers. He's like, all these people unstrapping it and throwing it over the shoulder. It's driving me crazy. He snapped it back up and I just kind of, held it both hands all, kind of like how the belts are on display at my house. That's a conversation I'll never forget. And that's besides seeing Cody, much like with, some would say with the polka dots in WWF with his dad, take all these chicken shit gimmicks that he was given and turn them into chicken salad every single time. That's kind of when it clicked with me that, hey, this Cody guy's got something here. And WWE needs to recognize it pretty soon. And they didn't the first go around. But I think this go around they have.
I think Stardust was good. He, like you said, he always gave it his best. I even liked when he turned on Hardcore Holly and formed a team with
Yeah.
I love that. Dude, I still listen to the theme song from Legacy.
Oh, the Legacy theme is great. And he even had a great idea for Stardust where it was going to be kind of a split personality gimmick. On Raw, he would be Cody. On SmackDown, he would be Stardust or however.
That would have been awesome.
And they just wouldn't listen to him.
That would have been a great little gimmick right there.
Yeah.
I wonder if he could still do it.
I mean, if he's willing to. There was talks of the Stardust character kind of turning Goldust into Dustin. Where Dustin being Goldust / Dustin being the face in that feud, where Stardust is basically telling Goldust, look what they've done to us. I'm here to set you free. I'm here to turn you back into Dustin. And then once Goldust becomes Dustin again, now it's Dustin's job to pull Cody back out from Stardust.
That's cool. I like that. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, there were so many great ideas that for whatever reason fell on deaf ears.
I wonder if he'll ever get another shot. I wonder if Goldust will ever get another shot in WWE.
Well, his AEW contract is up in September.
I wonder if he comes back, sign a Legends deal, comes back with his brother for like 1 or 2 matches and then retires.
Look, their match at All In and that I Need My Brother promo after.
Oh, it was great.
Was something special. And I still believe Cody should be the one to dethrone Roman. And what better way for that I Need My Brother speech kind of come full circle more than just a match against the Young Bucks than for Dustin to sign with WWE, get a little bit of a WrestleMania moment of him in some way keeping Solo at bay or whatever,
right.
But Cody beat Roman.
I think it would be awesome. That'd be great. Ben, what about you? Cody, Dustin?
Yeah, Cody's a bit after my time, but what AJ was just talking about, that match he had with Dustin was probably one of the best matches I've seen in the last 20 years, maybe. Like, because so much so much emotion though was involved as well. That was a very impressive match. And I really enjoy what Cody has done for create in the early days of AEW, like creating the whole sensory environment at the matches, at the events, with the Culture City, they had those sensory bags, with the headphones and that kind of thing for anyone like with autism.
Oh, no.
They had like they had little quiet spaces at the stadium that they could go to and, just have some quiet time. So I think he's probably right up there with John Cena in terms of what he gives back.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just an impressive dude, and he's only in his late 30s, so he's got
Yeah.
a lot of
He's got a lot of life left.
yeah, exactly. So
And he's only
yeah, I'm a fan.
yeah, he's only getting started.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, he's very much a class act. I saw a story the other day of a guy who's going to take his kids to a house show for WWE because Cody was on the card. And a miscommunication led them to believe that Cody wasn't going to be there. So they sold their tickets only to find out that Cody was. And when Cody found out about it, he got them tickets to the show.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. He's always, doing something for the fans, it seems. The stories at Raw and these house shows, and I witnessed it when they came to Florence, where security really is telling them, you've got to get out of here. Because we got a show, we still got a show to do, or these people got to go home, because he's going to take every selfie, sign every merch thing for everybody that can get up to the barricades, unless security tells them, you need to leave now.
That's great. Jamie.
Cody I've heard mixed reactions. Like, I don't know. I feel like Cody means well. I do, but some things just, I don't know. He seems like a dude, as you put it.
Yep. What about you with Dustin and Cody? Your any memories and favorite moments?
When they won the tag titles in 13, facing Road Dogg and Billy Gunn at the Rumble in 14. Also just having Dusty there at 13 when they won the tag titles, which was cool to see. The smoke and mirrors theme.
Yes, that was great. Dashing Cody Rhodes. Let's not jump too. I mean, we're almost doing like a second episode.
Let's see Cody.
Yeah, there's a lot of meat left on the bone with Cody. But before we jump to our next segment, Jimmy, any final thoughts on Dusty, Cody, the Rhodes family?
It'd be cool to see them in back, see Cody and Dustin come back, rejoin each other in the WWE.
Yeah, I'm hoping that happens.
Yeah.
Ben, you got some questions for us?
Sure do. So first one is from Mike Whitaker. He says, do you think Dusty in his prime could work in today's wrestling?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Great.
Can't keep that talent down.
No, he's just ooze charisma.
Get funky like a monkey.
Funky like a monkey, baby.
All right. Bobby Duncan is up next.
Bobby.
What are each of your thoughts on Dusty joining the NWO?
It went over like it just was
wanted to. Do you think he just wanted to switch it up, like to try being a heel again?
He felt stale.
Yeah. I just
didn't work.
No.
Didn't work.
Yeah.
He sucked.
All right. Josh Fields is up next.
I don't think, just one quick thing about that.
Yeah.
I don't think Dusty ever needed a faction to get over. And I think every time he was kind of paired with somebody, it was always going to be temporary.
Yeah.
So I always felt like when he joined the NWO, he was put himself in the background, and Dusty's a guy that doesn't need to be in the background.
But also, it was at that time where the NWO was starting to get watered down, and
oh yeah,
to have him join it, it's just like, well, maybe early on if he was one of the, like maybe the fourth member or something, but
right,
yeah,
right,
yeah, and then to kind of, in a way, make him be the mouthpiece for Scott Hall, a guy who didn't need a mouthpiece to begin with and had two very different promo styles.
Really, yeah, the only time he really worked when Dusty was good with the faction was when he was opposed to Four Horsemen.
Yeah, but that was more of just a one-off with the with the bashes, the war games and stuff like that.
No, I'm just saying just because the Horsemen ran through all the way through till 87, right? 88.
Yeah, but he would have those he would have those 8-man tags at the war games. But I'd say for the most part, he really didn't have any help against Ric Flair and the Horsemen.
No, I'm saying, but yeah, I'm saying he's by himself and just almost he cut towards the whole.
He'd carry the whole program by himself.
Him and Flair.
Well, she got
All
better.
right. So Josh Fields is up next, and he asks, what will Dusty's legacy be remembered for in 50 years? His wrestling career, his influence on an entire generation of talent in NXT, his 2 sons, or something else?
All the above.
His 2 sons.
All the above.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with all the above, but if you had to emphasize 2, I would say his 2 sons and the generation of talent from NXT.
Yeah. But it's the ultimate way to give back after such a successful career, like shaping the future.
And he was the lead instructor for those promo classes. And I mean, if you're going to learn how to promo from somebody, it's either
exactly
Paul Heyman at this point.
Okay, up next, Mr. Elkarai. He asks, if he wrestled the Midnight Rider, who have you got? Midnight Rider or Dusty?
Well, they're never gonna catch the Midnight Rider.
Sure.
So I gotta go with the Midnight Rider.
He was a bit more brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Jimmy, who do you think out of those 2?
Midnight.
Yep. All right. Carl Bramblett up next. What do you think was his most significant heavyweight title match? I'm going to say it's the Harley Race one in 81.
Yeah, because Harley was
that was his longest reign.
Yeah.
I would say he was at the top of his game versus Flair in that Hard Times that Hard Times era feud that he had. I would say that would be my favorite title win.
Yeah, it's still Cage at Bash 87.
Okay. All right. That's it for the questions.
Oh, wait.
Isn't there one more from Mr. Whitaker?
Yeah, did Whitaker not ask his pizza question?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Whitaker,
he hasn't officially, but I'm sure that's what he wants to know.
Well, what I was gonna do is instead of what that mean, I was gonna have us do Dusty impressions of us ordering pizza with Dusty Rose.
I actually had some last minute questions from
Mr. Kennedy.
Mr. Kennedy himself. How many hard times did he fall on?
I don't know.
I mean, you hear the stories from Cody. Did fall on quite a few. Having to do car promos just to keep the car because they didn't have any, things like that. So, and quite a few, I'd say. Why did Ric Flair run away while facing him? Money's in the chase, man. That's simple as that. Well, we already answered best match, best promo. And did he really love Cody more than Dustin?
No, I don't.
No, he was just at a different part in his life when Cody was born.
He wasn't trying to be the American dream when Cody was a young lad.
Cody was a baby when Hard Times promo was done.
Yeah, Cody was born.
I'm saying when Cody was in his adolescence, Dusty was on the downhill slope of his career, not even really wrestling.
Well, he was older and he had a chance to be with his family more.
Yeah,
He wasn't he wasn't proving himself.
Yeah. There is a picture of Dusty actually being like one of Cody's Pop Warner football coaches.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it was just a different time in his life when Cody was born than when Dustin was.
There's actually it's 3 kids, I think. Actually, I think there's actually a sister.
I think it's
Teal.
4.
Yeah, because there's 2 from the first wife and 2 from the second.
That's right.
But Teal is pretty active on social media defending Cody a lot.
Isn't she kind of in the business? Or
Oh,
am I- I'm thinking of Roddy Piper's daughter, Teal.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wrong kill.
yeah. So what that mean, boys? Let's do some pizza ordering. Who wants to go first?
Awkward silence.
All for silence, baby.
Yes.
So what I would do is I would call up my pizza place, baby, and I would order, the chicken and the mozzarella and the red sauce, baby, and spread it all over that pizza pie and shove it in the oven and take it out and eat it, my friends. I think that would be amazing, baby.
Very good.
Thank you. Come on. Who else is ready?
All right, listen, baby. I want my pizza. I'm from Texas now. I want that Texas brisket with that barbecue sauce. Put a little bit of cheese on, throw in the oven, slice it up, give it to you for free.
James.
Ben Jones.
Ben Jones.
Go, Jimmy.
Hang on. All right. Oh boy, here we go. Okay. Okay, Pizza Hut, I believe you're gonna make me a special kind of pie today, Daddy. I like all them toppings. I've never met a pizza I wouldn't eat, and you're gonna give it all to me. I'm gonna have a pepperoni. You're gonna give me the pineapple, and make sure you put on triple, double extra cheese for me. You know I like that, baby.
Did not know that Dusty was Jamaican American.
Oh man, Jimmy, are you looking at your mom? Is she like rolling her eyes at us? James, it's your turn.
Pizza. Pizza. Daddy. Alrighty, we gonna get funky like a monkey. We gonna get that chicken with a little bit of that cheese and cook it up real nice and serve it to 20 million people. Call it the American Dream. Dusty Rhodes, Daddy. Ain't no hard times like hard times. I thank you.
That's a great question. If you will, what would the name of the pizza pie be?
American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah,
baby.
I gotta
American
say the
Dream.
American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby.
Yeah. Yep.
Time for
That was fun.
I
All right.
like it.
Joan. We need the newly award-winning historical making Jonesy's Jokes.
Wow, what an intro and a lot of pressure.
Gosh, happy birthday. Birthday edition.
I can't believe I forgot to go to the gym today. That's 5 years in a row.
That's good, man.
The police came to my house and asked where I was between 3 and 5. I told them preschool. I told my son to go and find out what nada means in English, but he came back with nothing. All right. Yesterday, I couldn't make out if someone was waving at me or if it was the person behind me. In other news, I just lost my job as a lifeguard.
Oh man. Waka waka waka.
Yeah. Okay, last one. Why do the French eat snails?
Why?
Because they don't like fast food.
Yeah, my mom chuckled at that one, but other ones were
Well, leave it to dad jokes to nail the first two and just keep going until it's like, all right, you wore out, you're welcome. I
That's why I only do 5.
I like it.
those were pretty good for the birthday edition of Jones jokes.
I agree with you. I'm also
Thank-
going to ask
thank
what
you,
you guys want to do next week.
Oh, we could probably talk about that off air.
Or we can give the fans behind the scenes of how we figure this stuff out.
Oh, we've brought it up already. You
I
wanna
was
do-
going to say. I mean, we could stop recording and leave them in suspenseful and then talk about it.
Let's go with that. I like them.
We're going to go.
Let's keep them with a little bit of suspense, cause you didn't know.
No, we're not doing the road dog.
What about you say next week we're going to cover and then you just stop recording?
I can do that.
End of episode.
But then we won't get to do our outros.
Okay, well, let's do outros. And
Like,
then
do your
wrap it
outro.
up.
Let's do it.
Okay,
AJ, where can we find you?
AJ.
Frozen.
Is he there?
He's frozen.
Frozen.
Oh, he's having a staring contest. And
winning.
Wow,
Jake.
he's really good.
There he is.
I win.
There he is.
I froze. I don't know. Internet's being weird. I've missed.
Where
A
can
lot.
I find you?
Where can we find you?
Oh, all right. The wonderful list at the ARJ brand on Twitter for the personal stuff and the wrestling stuff, at Coach A Jefferson for the football stuff, at Just Thoughts Pod for my personal podcast, which with everything getting back into a groove will be coming back. And if you want to follow Lakewood High School here in Sumter, South Carolina, it is at Lakewood Football 1 on Twitter.
Right on. James, where can we find you?
At OG James @free on the Twitter. Little Jimmy Sorensen 97 on Instagram. James Sorensen on Facebook. Find me on the Top Guy Discord. Zoom daily.
Thank you. Mr. Jones, where can we find you?
I am
Us.
I am on Twitter, or X as they call it now, at AFS Ben Jones, and also the podcast at the Zip Code Bros.
Okay. And I am at MIKEGRR0905 on the Twitter, as Mr. Sorensen likes to say. And next week we will be covering